Hey, happy Wednesday, Kristanna. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. Can't complain. Getting through the week, ready for the weekend as always.
It's hump day, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. Well, it is great getting to chat with you. Great getting to meet you. And right off the bat, I got to say, I would be doing 8-year-old me a disservice if I didn't right away ask you how you look back on Terminator 3, because that was, of course, the big one for me growing up that I saw you in. And I'm sure you get asked about it a lot, but what are kind of the memories like all these years later of, that big movie for you?
Yeah, thank you. It was the role of a lifetime, really. It's iconic, and I love the fact that it's meant so much to so many people. That I've been able to make an impact in that way in cinema history, and people love the franchise and the character, and yeah, I mean, I'm very pleased.
Absolutely, I can imagine. And was it kind of, I don't know, jarring at first to like work with Arnold at that point and meet someone of that status?
I think there were people like, who is Kristanna Loken and why is she pitted against this male iconic figure of cinema history? And I think it was really just a testament to myself and my mindset and my hard work and my dedication, where I was like, I'm going to show him. I'm going to show him that, yes, I can be pitted against this man. I completely changed my body type. I had a nutritionist, I had a weight trainer, I put on 15 pounds of muscle mass. My body fat was that of an Olympic athlete. I worked with the LAPD to learn how to fire the 45. I did Krav Maga, Israeli martial arts, and I worked with a mind coach.
Okay.
So yeah, I trained my butt off to really embody that role. So I really felt ready.
Well, I think it's a really cool opportunity for anybody to get, but for you in particular, because Terminator, the whole franchise in particular, did a great job of highlighting that females can kind of be badass and take on those roles. So I imagine when you look at it from that perspective, is that a big thing to be proud of?
It's funny because I didn't think of that going into it. I just thought of, I'm creating the character. I didn't really think about how it would impact women's empowerment. I mean, I thought of Sigourney Weaver in Alien, and just some other role models, people that I've looked up to, but not in so much of how my role would impact others until it really came out and I was hearing that feedback, and I went, okay, wow, I guess my embodiment of a character of that nature pitted against this, it represented so much more than just those two characters. And the fact that, they didn't hire someone who necessarily had a certain specific background in that maybe could show girls out there like, hey, this could have been you, you
Right.
know? So,
Yeah, no, I think it's an awesome thing. So I'm very happy and applaud you for getting to take that
thank
on. And,
you.
here we are now going from Arnold to all these years later. Jean-Claude Van Damme. So I want to ask you right over with Darkness of Man. What was it like getting to work with him? And was this the first time you got to meet him working on the movie? Or just kind of tell me about this experience in a nutshell?
Yeah, I actually had met him years prior at an event in Monte Carlo at the World Music Awards, and we were introduced with Prince Albert. But that was just a brief encounter. But working with him was great. I mean, he's obviously a legend, and he's just really full of heart. And I think that's what you really see shine through in this performance. I think that's what sets this movie apart from other action films. And I think, many people really have only ever seen him show that aspect of himself in JCVD. So it was important to me, in creating Claire, that she really helped support that aspect in him, and really was, kind of the heart of the glue of the story with Van Damme's character and Jaden's character, and really help softening their external shells, and really seeing what matters on the inside.
Absolutely. And so I'm curious when you kind of got the offer and opportunity in the first place, what was your reaction to it? Was it like instantly, all right, I'm in on this, or did you have to kind of digest a little bit, take it in, and just kind of how did you react, I guess, when it fell in your lap?
Yeah, I met James Cullen Bressack, the writer, producer, director, through a mutual friend that I worked with. Immediately I liked him and I was impressed by him as a young filmmaker. He's already done an incredible body of work. And I liked the concept of the story and Van Damme. My thing was just really, and James is very collaborative, was just to really flesh out the depth of Claire. That was important to me. So we collaborated on that aspect of it.
All right, very cool. And were there kind of any elements of, I don't know, other characters in the past you had to take from to create Claire? Or did you feel like you did a pretty good job making her stand alone? How do you kind of compare her, I guess, to past roles?
Um, I think pretty much. I mean, I guess there's some maybe roles that color others, but I think it really is just it comes from me. It comes from within. So there's an aspect of me in every role, but I think they're all fairly different from one another. I mean, I guess the I reprised my role, so I did Boy Meets World, the TV
Right. Yeah.
series,
Yeah.
when I was in my teens, and then the show came back as Girl Meets
Yep.
World, where the actors that were in high school then were now the adults. So I guess that'd be the only time that that I really was like, wow, I am the same character, but much later in life on my journey. So that was an interesting juxtaposition.
Yeah, of course. Definitely some good ones there too. But Darkness of Man, very much looking forward to the release coming up here. Kristanna, could chat with you a whole bunch more about it. I know we're short on time, but before I do let you go, I got to ask you, as I'm a very big comedy fan, and I'm very curious how often you get asked about this, but how did you end up in a Key and Peele sketch? Because you were in the Power Falcons sketch back in the day. I want
Yeah.
to know the story, how this came together.
Purple Falcon, how would you feel if I called you Yellow Falcon, huh?
That's racist.
That was racist.
Yeah, that's racist.
Oh, that is racist.
That's racist? Oh, see?
They were fans of mine and they reached out to my agent and they wanted me to be on the show and so I went on their show and they're just such an awesome, incredibly talented duo and I had a blast. I mean, that was probably one of the days I've laughed most on set in my entire life.
Yes, definitely a classic. Just that whole show is incredible. And you were also on the Eric Andre show. You did a
Oh my gosh,
stand
yes,
up.
I did. I did. Yes, I did. Yep.
Here's to having anal sex, sticking where she least expects. Her so hard, make her butt cheeks flex. Grab her sister, tell her she's next. Thank you all very much for your support.
Yep, some good times there as well. Yeah, I also enjoy doing comedy, and I'm sure there will be more upcoming. I have three upcoming projects I'll tell you about real quick. Vice and Virtue is a film that my company Trio Entertainment produced. That's a dramedy. I'm also in that. A film called Dark Night of the Soul, essentially my 127 hours survival film.
Okay.
Cove plays my dad. And then last but certainly not least, No Address. And No Address underscores the homeless crisis that we're having in the United States. So my character is the wife of Billy Baldwin, and it's ensemble, but various families who experience the process of going homeless. So
All
a little bit of
right.
something for everyone.
Yes, perfect, perfect. A woman of much range, so we appreciate that. And I look very much forward to all the projects coming out, Kristanna. So thank you so much for taking the time. We can leave it off there. I'll let you get on with the rest of your Wednesday. Happy Hump Day again to you, and just thank you so much. Congrats on getting this role and all the success you've had in your career.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Nice talking with you.